Hello, I'm Brian O'Rourke. Thanks for joining me today for another episode. Today I'd just like to begin by wishing all the fathers a happy Father's Day this Sunday. This is a special day where fathers are celebrated, so I'm personally looking forward to celebrating Father's Day with my family and with my daughter. She's already given me a great little card. She couldn't wait. So we started off with a little card, and I know that on Sunday there'll be more, so I'm excited. So for all those who are fathers, I just wish you a happy Father's Day. I hope you feel celebrated. I know that in this time of a pandemic, it can be hard to get together and to connect. And so we might find ourselves in a challenging place in terms of getting together with our families. So that being said, I hope that you are able to take the opportunity to make a phone call or have a Zoom call with your family to celebrate. I also realize that many of us have fathers who have died, and so this can also be a emotional day of remembering our fathers. It can be sad, but it can also be joyful in remembering the good memories that you might have as well. So I hope that you're able to remember those good times with your fathers who have died. And I also want to acknowledge those who might have filled the role of being father for somebody. I know that people have to do that. I know I had that experience. My father died when I was very young, so I had several father figures that filled that role and supported me and loved me. And so for those of you who have taken on that role, I know that men and women alike can fill that important role. I hope that you feel acknowledged on this Father's Day as well. Today is a celebration called Juneteenth. It's June 19th celebration of the end of slavery. Historically, for many and in many in this country, it has been a celebration that is not it's not celebrated as often, or at least in our schools and our history books talked about. But there's a change going on in our country where this important celebration is being remembered, and especially in light of the events around George Floyd and our really recognizing who we are as a country and learning to grow and learning to better understand ourselves and our history. It seems as if this celebration has really come to the forefront. And I wanted to just take a moment to remember Juneteenth today. And I also have a selection from the Book of Hope that I think is a wonderful story to share in light of this celebration. The story is called 24 Karat Friendship, and it's taken from Ken Sutterfield's and adapted from The Power of an Encouraging Word. So Ken Sutterfield has written this. Again, it's adapted from The Power of an Encouraging Word, and it was submitted by Karen Egan. And so she submitted this story, and I'd like to read it to you today. 24 Karat Friendship. Jesse Owens seemed sure to win the long jump at the 1936 Olympic Games in Berlin, Germany. Just the year before, he had set 3 world records in a single day. In fact, he was the record holder for the running broad jump with a distance of 26 feet and 8 1/4 inches, a record that stood for 25 years. As he walked to the long jump pit, however, Owens saw a tall, blue-eyed, blonde German gentleman taking practice jumps in the 26-foot range. Owens was nervous. He was acutely aware of the tension his presence created, knowing of the Nazis' desire to prove the so-called Aryan superiority, particularly over anyone of African descent. The pressure was overwhelming, and on his first jump, Owens inadvertently leapt from several inches. Beyond the takeoff board, rattled, he fouled on his second attempt too. He was only one foul away from being eliminated. At this point, the tall German approached Owens. In view of the entire stadium, the white model of Aryan manhood stood before the black son of a sharecropper. They talked. What were the two men saying, everyone wondered. The German was introducing himself. His name was Luce Long. You should be able to qualify with your eyes closed, he said to Owen, referring to his two earlier jumps. Since the qualifying distance was only 23 feet and 5.5 inches, Long suggested that Owens make a mark several inches before the takeoff board and jump from there, just to play it safe. Amazing. At the height of the Nazi era, this model of Germany's strength was providing assistance and words of encouragement to a man considered his foe both on and off the field. As you might have imagined, Owens qualified easily. In the final round, Owens set an Olympic record and earned the second of his 4 gold medals at those Olympic Games. And who was the first person to congratulate Owens? Luce Long, in full view of Adolf Hitler. Owens never saw Long again. In fact, the German athlete was killed in World War II, but Jesse never forgot him. You could melt down all the medals and cups I have, Owens later wrote, and they wouldn't be plating on the 24-karat friendship I felt for Luce Long. The man who faced the wrath of the Third Reich and Adolf Hitler himself to cross the line and extend his hand in friendship. Well, that's a very powerful story. I think it speaks to the innate goodness and love that dwells within each and every one of us, that we have the opportunity to draw from and share with each other. It's a place clearly where one respects the dignity and honors the individual, no matter who they are. Such an important story and such an important story to remind us of today and to keep in mind as we move forward, as we celebrate today this end of slavery. I ask that we might personally self-reflect on our own lives, maybe take a moment to think of how we might extend that hand to each other, to our friends, to our family, to new friends and to new family as we move forward in the days ahead. And we continue to strengthen that bond of love that binds us all together and makes us stronger individuals, stronger families, and ultimately a stronger country and a stronger world. So thank you for joining me today. Again, I wish you a wonderful Father's Day this weekend, and I look forward to seeing you again soon. Have a great day.